I had slight technical difficulties, but I fixed it now. Loads of sharks were harmed making this film.
You're in the shit now, boys.
Soup. That's the hallmark of a Free Willy film.
Have you ever tried to slap someone underwater? And if you don't pay your money back in time, it will eat you.
Your tin fish finished. It's payback time in the blender.
What's that joke? You want to be back in the sea?
Hello everyone, welcome to Coming This Summer. I am your host Luke Illingworth, and today I have Ross Lane.
That's me.
Yes, Will South.
That is me.
And Matthew Thomson.
That's me.
There you go. You all got rubs on the noses.
Yay. Little rubs.
I felt that one.
Right. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Sick.
I am.
Okay,
My hands
sick.
been
Doing good.
Right. Ross, you got an idea, haven't you, mate?
Yeah, so I was going to work the other day, and I thought I was thinking about loan sharks, and I thought about
I can see where this is
film
going.
Playing on the mind.
about loan sharks who are actually sharks, but you can loan sharks. It's like a company who loans out sharks.
They're sharks and they loan themselves out.
Yeah,
Loan them
like
out.
for parties, things like that. Like so they basically like strike a deal with some sharks in the ocean and they loan out sharks. That's all it is.
I like it. Okay. So.
But I was thinking there was various ideas that there could be about it. So you could either have like sharks.
Film.
Yeah, it's basically, I think it's going to be all about payday loans. The loans. They release the sharks on you. So they have like their enforcement team are basically just like, perhaps they could be like cybernetic sharks where they have like robot
Lasers.
bodies, but like just a shark. So it's like a shark but like with arms and legs. But they're not clever at all. They're just killing machines.
I think this capitalizes on the success of films such as Sharknado and Sharknado 2.
I think,
Shark's tail.
Shark's tail.
Yeah.
Shut up. So could it be like so you get a loan out from this company and they give you the money, but they also give you a shark, and you've got like a deadline.
It has to live with you.
Yeah, it stays with you, and you've got a deadline, and then it's sort of set on like a timer, and when that timer goes off, it's set to eat you. So you've got to pay your money back.
So not only are you in financial difficulty, you've got a shark like a Tamagotchi that you've got to look after while you pay.
Yeah, you look after it. But if you don't pay your money back in time, it will eat you.
It'll fucking have you, mate.
Money fees will literally consume you.
Like Matt said, you're contractually obliged to keep the shark alive as well. So all the money that you've loaned out actually just has to go on the shark, like, 'cause it eats so much. And
that's the con, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to build a tank in your garden.
That's
Everyone's got a loan.
Contractual obligation.
These loan sharks, are they also sharks? Did you say, Ross?
Yeah, I was thinking of sharks like wearing suits, or like at least wearing like bouncer outfits and like coming and roughing you up.
Are they like street sharks, or is it literally just like a shark bouncer outside the door, but just on the floor, really flapping around because it's out of the water?
Yeah, it can't communicate in any way whatsoever, but they've dressed it up. So, but like, it just thrashes around and lashes out really aggressively because it's obviously really pissed off that they've taken it out of the water.
These sharks could be sort of like shark slaves. So that's another added element to it. Is that this shark mafia are not giving certain sharks the the potion that makes them be able to talk and wear suits. I don't know if it's a potion or
they're withholding it. This could be like a whole kind of slaves. Could be like a whole Planet of the Apes kind of situation, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm thinking this is getting some serious social commentary on the go as well.
Yeah, mate.
We always like to deal with the big issues on coming this summer.
We put our own little spin on it by that they're all sharks.
The films that make you think.
Yeah. Are they lending money to people?
Well, perhaps they could be like some kind of they're lending money to people. It's not like to other fish.
Yeah.
No, I think there should be an animated film and they should all be fish and sharks just lending them money.
It could be like a for kids. It can teach them never to get a fucking payday loan.
Well, because I was just thinking that it could be. So if it is people, maybe they could be animated people. They're given this loan shark along with whatever $5,000, so they can get
just
the new car
$5,000
or whatever. And then
so they can pay off the last payday loan they got.
Yeah. so they
And there's another. That means they now have 2 sharks.
Yeah.
No, but they could maybe.
Exactly. It could be like a metaphor for the dread that you have carried around with you. You've constantly got to lug this shark around with you because you know that any day now you've got to pay this thing back.
You have to keep it on you.
People,
all the time. So you have to have
it
fucking
everywhere.
a bag filled with water that sort of like a giant goldfish bag that you win at the fair. You got to carry it around
in a wheelbarrow.
And we all know the bigger the loan, the bigger the shark.
But I was saying, like, so you've got whatever, like a month or something to pay off this shark.
Yeah.
If it's not paid off in time, it attacks you and eats you.
Mercilessly.
And if it is paid off in time, maybe it like blows up or something. Something happens to it, it kills it. And these people that borrow the loan, they discover that this shark is kind of doing this against its own will. And they try and save it. So then they're taking on the shark mafia.
Oh, is this going to be like a kind of Free Willy style sort of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's like Free Willy, it's got to have whittling in it.
Whittling.
Whittling. Is that the hallmark of a
necklace?
That's the hallmark of a Free Willy film. It's not about saving creatures; it's just whittling.
And some weird appropriation of Native Americans, like they're just used to train the sharks enough to not kill people until the loan is paid or not paid.
How about so the main character, whoever they be, has had to get a loan. So they have a shark, and they realise this sort of like where the sharks are being oppressed, and they don't actually want to be doing it. So you've got 2 main characters, which is the main character who wants the loan, and also the second main character, which is a shark. But the shark is just literally a shark, and it can't speak or anything. So he sort of goes over to the shark and goes, "Oh my god, we've got to run!" And the shark's just sitting there like just flapping around,
fighting and like desperate to like it's just like slowly suffocating.
It's going,
they're always talking to it like it's like it can talk back or like it knows what they're saying, and it's just some poor bastard shark that just wants to be back in the ocean.
That'd be great. You could be like talking to it like they do Lassie or Skippy, or whatever like that, and they're just like, "What's that?
What's that, Chuck? You want to be back in the sea?
Let's go!" It's just
it could be
around.
one scene when they're in a cafe, and you just see it's really calmly like on the human like talking, going, I don't know what we've got to do, but there's obviously this conspiracy runs deep, and then it cuts back to the shark, but there's just like batting everything around, like there's this fucking glass everywhere.
Running, screaming.
A waitress comes past and just bites her on the leg and just goes, run!
Throws her through the front window.
Maybe what's their motive? What is, first of all, why are people feeling like they have to to go to such desperate measures to go to the loan sharks?
Well, maybe because
I think it should just be just a thing they'll start doing.
Yeah, maybe their debt is creeping up on them so much that their debt has become a physical thing. So we could like do an homage to Jaws, where maybe like at the start, like in sort of like Jurassic Park Lost World sort of thing. Somebody's like somewhere tropical on a boat, and you just see something like moving in the water and it's circling it, but it just turns out that what the thing in the water, what is in the water is crippling debt.
Ooh, like a metaphorical shark.
Yeah,
Constantly being circled by.
And it just looks like money in a shark shape. But...
Oh no, it's just a shark with dollar signs for eyes.
That's the only thing. Oh my god!
Like a top hat and a monocle, maybe. It just looks like a Monopoly man, but it's a shark.
This is literally the most abstract film that's ever been done.
Oh, man. Absolutely love it.
Right, okay. So, how does this guy defeat the shark mafia? Well, I think it should be a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Jason Bateman and someone else.
Wild, that's his actual wife.
Yeah.
Let's do those two.
But maybe.
Oh no, sorry, I'm thinking of Jason Sudeikis.
Okay.
Or me.
Maybe
like Jason Statham.
Ooh.
It could be Jason Bateman and Jason Statham.
Oh,
And they could be
no,
Same-sex marriage.
a same-sex marriage, a couple with a shark. But the shark is also there's also the tension with the shark because one of them starts to fall in love with the shark. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm up for that. Yeah. So how do they defeat the shark mafia? What defeats a shark? Harpoon.
Soup.
Soup.
They get turned into shark fin soup, don't they?
That makes sense.
So maybe like a big blender. I don't know.
A blender.
And then maybe it could be like at the end the shark mafia boss who can ironically be like a really small shark, like a dogfish.
Yeah.
Can be dropped in to the blender and the main characters say blend this or something that is like lending but with blending.
Payback time.
Yeah. It's payback time in the blender. Because they can't. Because whoever we get to write this just can't think of a pun.
Yeah, I think we should get a serious fucking novice screenwriter to do this. It'd be great because
Yeah.
everything with sharks in is, with the exception of realistically, there's only one film which features a killer shark that is good. One.
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, exactly. So I think why make a masterpiece when you can just add to the pile?
Yeah.
We could be like the best of the bad ones.
Exactly, yeah.
So we're like
Quantity over quality.
Yeah.
It's just
I
More
think
sharks in cinema.
the
with
final
lots
line.
of sharks.
Yeah. The final line when they go to press the blender that the boss is in, he could say, "You're finished."
Yeah.
That'd be extra funny because you could literally say finished and that'd be better, but you're fin-dished.
Fin-fished.
Fin-fished. Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, it could be like your tin fish finished.
Fin dish finished.
Like they have to say it what it actually is afterwards in order to make the punchline actually make sense. And they've got like a real smug grin on their face when they say it.
They're really happy.
Oh man. Yeah.
How do they get to the mafia boss? How do they, like,
I
to the bottom of the
assume,
sea?
yeah, I assume he's in the sea.
Yeah, I think that a trip to the briny depths is in order.
An aquarium.
Yeah.
He's in a children's aquarium. Like,
Children's aquarium.
That's the shark mafia headquarters.
Irony that he runs
It's like sea life, isn't it?
while being a slave himself.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's got no idea that he's a slave himself, and he can find out that he's actually a slave. Oh my
He's
god!
so sure.
Yeah.
This is deep shit. Deep shit. So
Deep blue shit.
Please conduct. That's what it's called. Deep shit.
Yes, absolutely.
deep shit. I like it.
Yeah, that gets my vote.
And it gets quoted all through the film. Just like when they're talking about at the start, they're talking about their money problems, and one of the guys, Jason Statham, turns to his husband and says, "We're in deep shit."
That's so good. Yes.
Love it.
Oh my god.
Oh my word.
And then all of a sudden, like, it's like one of those films where it has like a musical intro, like as soon as they say like the tagline of the film, then all of a sudden like the music kicks in, and then it shows them applying. It shows them walking down the street to the payday loan shop, and there's loads of sharks just out in the street. Like there's fucking hundreds of like, every single person's walking around with a shark behind them.
And
they're like the only people who don't. Yeah. I'm thinking like Baby Driver, you know, when he goes to get the coffee.
Oh shit! Yeah.
That's something. Yeah.
I like that.
Except it's just sharks everywhere.
Flapping around. Right. So, if I was just thinking, it could be quite funny because if they think that this shark is communicating with them, but it's actually not, it's just flapping around being a fish, just starved for water, they could like accidentally solve, like they just like realise it themselves that they need to go to this aquarium.
Yeah.
What's that, boy? You want to go home?
Yeah, because its tail seems to be pointing at the zoo. Or SeaWorld.
That's not zoo. That's the aquarium.
And as he's taking it to the aquarium, there's like a shot of it really longingly looking at the ocean, and he's just taking it in the opposite direction.
Does this mean there's also like, because it's, I think Jason Statham was mentioned, it means that there's going to be this massive like gun battle in the aquarium, and it's just absolute pandemonium. Like
they trash the place.
It should be a fight. Have you ever tried to like slap someone underwater?
Yeah.
And it goes like really slow. There should be a fight underwater, but it's just really they're probably struggling to slap each other.
They're not fighting; they're just trying to slap each other.
Yeah, trying to slap. Because I think a punch you can do, but a slap you can't. It's like really slow motion slapping of this shark.
And maybe one of the men could fight, like who's trying to defeat the shark, could find a harpoon gun, because that works really well underwater.
Yeah.
And he shoots it, and it's a bit like is it Commando, where Arnold Schwarzenegger pins the guy against the thing with a pipe, and at the end he can just go, "You've been sharpooned."
Shark-pooned.
So that's an alternate ending. That could be like one of the director's cuts where we've got.
It could be the sub boss.
Yeah, the sub boss. Yeah. He's a hammerhead shark.
As another ode to Free Willy, we need to have like a killer whale trainer, but it's actually that kid Jesse from Free Willy, but grown up and really fat, like just
really forced into a swimsuit, like
It's like open at the back and shit.
It's like an overstuffed sausage.
He's got like a really bushy moustache. Like.
And he goes to
and wearing a
dive
cowboy hat for some reason.
He goes to dive into the water, but he just fucking belly flops.
And then a great white comes up and just eats him.
Yeah, he jumped into the wrong tank.
He could just jump in belly flops, and then he sinks, and then you just see him float back up to the top, and he's tied. He's just floating on the top, so they have to get someone else.
He's in deep shit too.
when they see him float to the surface, for no reason, they just go, "Surf's up."
They jump on his back.
For absolutely no reason whatsoever. Oh god.
So Jason Statham, Jason Bateman are in debt. They go to a loan shark.
Yeah.
And then they find out that the shark is actually being oppressed while simultaneously falling in love with the shark. And then they find out where the headquarters is just purely by coincidence.
Yeah. They
Bust
think the
in,
shark is helping.
shoot everything up. There's water everywhere. The tanks are all being mixed because there's so many bullet holes in the glass. There's bloody killer squid in the petting pool. There's bloody crabs walking around pinching everyone's noses. It's absolute pandemonium.
Yeah.
And in the middle, in the swirling, broiling reef tank, we have a slow motion fight going on between the tiny little dogfish.
I think they should be wearing like really old fashioned scuba suits.
Yeah. An old James Bond film.
Yeah.
I think the villain shark, you know, the head of the shark, lone
Hammerhead,
shark.
yeah.
It should be played by Steven Seagal.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And it even has a ponytail, even though it's a shark.
It should have legs as well. So
It's wearing a kimono.
Yeah, it should have legs.
Just legs. It's got no arms or anything. It just has legs. It can kick like a motherfucker.
Hands, legs. It can kick. It's like a speciality move.
The thing is, when it gets out of the tank and stands up, because it doesn't have a neck, it just instantly points up like it can't see it. It's just always looking directly up if it's standing.
So it has to like really squat down, really like kind of whenever it wants to look forwards.
In order to get his fin through his legs, he has to like really bow his legs out like a old school cowboy kind of thing. Yeah, this is cool. This is cool, guys. I like this one.
Oh, yeah.
So what's the ending? Are we setting all the fishies free from the
I
aquarium?
think we should all consume by debt.
Yeah, I think that should be
There's a better
everyone
form
still
of
has to pay off
life.
their debts.
Maybe
There is no happy ending.
maybe in order to sort of finish the situation, the shark, our shark, the shark everyone in the audience will have fallen in love with by this point.
Really rooting.
He goes up to the loan shark and says, in shark language, I want to take out a debt equal to everyone else's debt, and I want to pay all their debt off.
Yeah, because this shark is really rich for some reason.
Yeah. But because he's a shark, he's not contractually obliged to have another shark follow him. Because he might be the biggest shark.
Right, yeah.
So there's no point in having another bigger shark because he'll just eat it.
So he's doing this kind of sacrificial. So he's almost like a Jesus sort of character. He takes on everyone's debt in order to free them. I like it.
Oh, I've just had, and maybe after he's taken out this debt, he can eat the boss, and we can introduce another little catchphrase, which is "I don't believe in the credit," and then he bites him and goes crunch.
God.
What if as well, like our two main characters, they're so they save their shark and free all the other sharks and stuff, but now they have to pay to fix the aquarium because all the fish are dead because they shot through the glass. They have to get another loan out. Maybe that's how it could end. We could do like the kind of Looney Tunes zoom circle onto their face. Like they turn to the camera like, oh my god, they just did.
We're in deep shit.
We're in deep.
Again.
More deep
shit too.
And then it opens up for a sequel.
Yeah.
Deeper and shittier.
If we did have a sequel, could we have it like after the sort of like pre-credits at the end? You have like in Marvel, you have like a little teaser thing.
Yeah.
Could we have like it's maybe not a teaser, maybe it's just like a comic little hint towards something else in that universe, but like it shows like way over town, like in this sort of like little bit more rundown area, there's like another office and it just says loans on it, and inside there's 2 lone whales who just haven't got any business, and they're like, why aren't we getting any business? And they're just sitting there like, and they're really nice, they would be all right with you loaning, but everyone just tends to go to the lone sharks.
And then Jason Statham bursts through the window of their shop with a machine gun, firing off the hip, shouting, "You're in the shit now, boys." And that's where it ends.
Shit, this. Right, so are we set on this being animated? I mean, sharks would have to be, unless we do get real sharks.
Yeah, that'd be quite good with real sharks.
It could end. The film could end with, you normally get no animals were harmed.
Yeah,
this film. You could just put loads of sharks were harmed making this film.
Yeah, the main character shark.
Number of animals.
But the thing is, it was an animation in the end, so it just means that we went out and killed a load of sharks, even though they were.
Like, how long can a shark last out of water?
I don't know. Shall I look at that?
And that's how they work it out. It's just by getting a shark and taking it out of water.
Yeah, they're just standing there timing it. We've got the cast. We've got the name. Who's directing?
I think it should be a no-name director.
Danny Boyle.
Danny Boyle. Did he do?
Yeah.
He didn't do Deep Blue Sea. What did he do? Well, he did the one about the sun.
Yeah. What?
I think it's called.
Where they have to reignite the sun. Well, all I know is it didn't have enough sharks in it.
No.
Yeah, could have benefited from some more sharks. Perhaps if he put more sharks in his films, we'd actually be able to name it for you. Just saying.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel that this one almost has, although the plot is probably a bit too complex for him, Michael Bay's number written all over it.
Extravagance.
But well, I mean.
Well, maybe as well. It might, if with it being underwater, he might have to chill out on the explosions a little bit.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Although I don't know.
It'll be the ice to his fire.
We could have a lens flare like montage.
Yeah.
Lens flare montage. They just go to a room made entirely out of reflective materials.
I didn't hear that because I had to
Stupid boy.
Yeah, I think this is good. Good idea, Ross.
Thank you,
Ross. I am completely basking shark in your glory right now. You are a true tiger shark of cinema.
Is a nurse to meet you.
Oh Jesus!
Good, guys. Is there any loose ends we need tying up?
I don't think there's any loose ends in this film.
No, it's fucking.
The film is a loose end.
Literally, the camera almost doesn't cut away from the main characters the entire time.
Yeah.
It's like, and it's filmed like really uncomfortably close, like most shots.
Yeah. There's no subplot.
You can't see the top and the bottom of someone's head, but you can see like either side of it because it's just so close in on it.
Every now and then it could just pan away and it shows the debt shark. And it just goes, it just does just as like a scary long note, so you know that means it's scary. And then back to
it's a bad guy.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say, coming this summer, I bring you Deep Shit.
Yeah.
Deep Shit.
Kablamo! Hi, it's Drew here from Coming This Summer podcast. I may or may not have just been in that episode you listened to. Sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. Who knows when I'm going to pop up and what the bloody hell I'm going to do when I get there. Well, I can tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to let you know how you can stay in contact with us. Yes, that's right. If you'd like to follow us at Twitter, it's @ComingThisPod. Again, @ComingThisPod. Pod. Facebook, you can follow us at Coming This Summer Podcast, and our Podbean site is comingthissummer.podbean.com. And then, of course, there's the global mega giant is iTunes, and if you want to leave a little review for us, a little rating, that would be very, very much appreciated. And if you don't, no bother, it's fine, it's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Just listen for free. It's fine.